Well, hi everybody. I have a very small grocery haul. I'm going to make a recipe that I saw online this morning, and I'm going to link the lady who actually did the recipe that I watched so you can get hers. I couldn't find some of the things that she had, and I just thought I would use what I do have, and then I went ahead and got the cereal. You can probably already guess what it is. But anyway, while I was there, I got myself some flowers. One lonely sunflower and some mums and some filler, which it'll make me happy. And I went and got a little glass vase. So what I did pick up was, besides the flowers, some Honey Nut Cheerios. Try again. Honey Nut Chex Cheerios just flowed right out. These are just slightly sweetened with real honey, it says. And then Crispix, which is corn on one side, rice on the other. I thought rather than buy rice Chex and corn Chex, I'd just cut the difference and get this stuff. It's a little bit sweetened, I guess, too. Is it? I think it is. I don't know. Anyway, got some candy corn here. You love it or you hate it, right? I use it for decorating mostly. I got... Fisher is a company that makes scones here, which is the big food besides Walla Walla onion hamburgers that the fair has. And so it's a bakery and they sell all kinds of baking stuff. So this is apple cake, and I thought I might make muffins out of it because that's one of the things that you can do. Let's see, where did I see that? Not here, not there. Here it is. So the possibilities are endless. You can put pecans in, grated carrots or zucchini, crushed pineapple. You can put in coconut and pecans, and then there's the Muffin Luffers recipe. There you have that. And then Mimi's Abundant Life. She was having her some orange tea last night, and I thought, I'll look for it, and I couldn't find it. But I did find this, and it's a little early for it, but is it really ever too early for any kind of tea? So this is the Candy Cane Lane Celestial Seasonings, and it is decaffeinated green tea. That would also look good on an ATC if you cut it out, right? Always thinking. And finally, I've got some candles. They're just the little ones, and they go for about an hour. Sometimes that's all you want. So a cedarwood citrus, pumpkin pie latte, and pumpkin swirl. 15 scented candles. And it was cheaper than the big ones, and I just didn't want to spend any more money. I'm gonna kill my husband, you know what I mean? I was like, you did what? How much? No, it's okay. Anyway, I'm gonna put these in the vase and get on with my day. And I will show you as I go along what I do with this recipe. All right, I've settled on how I'm going to do this. This is going to be an autumn Chex Mix. So, in this bowl, I have some mini pretzels. I didn't measure anything. Crispix Original. So it's corn and rice. And Honey Nut Chex. Then I took 6 ounces, which is 3/4 of a stick of butter, because each stick is 8 ounces. And I melted it in the microwave. It's cooled off a good bit. I'm going to dump it in here, but before I do that, I'm going to put a little pumpkin spice in it. Not a lot. And there's no pumpkin in pumpkin spice. It's all just cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and cloves. That's it. So I'm talking like a little bit. That wasn't very easy to open. First you had to take the metal off, then you had to take this plastic off, and then you're faced with this very sticky, not sticky, but stuck to the jar, foil and cardboard. I had to bash it with the scissors and then pull it out. Okay, so I'm just going to go shaky, shaky. I'm going to do it with my other hand, though, because I don't want to mess it up. I just want to do it a little bit. All right, I think that's probably maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon. Don't want a whole lot on it. I hope it works out like this. All right, that butter is mixed in with the pumpkin pie spice. And now I'm going to put a little drizzle, just a little bit of honey. Here we go. That was probably more like a tablespoon and a half. I hope it works out. I just don't know. I added just a tiny bit of salt. I don't know why, but I thought it needed it. And I cannot find Brown-Eyed Susan's recipe. It was there this morning, but it was from a long time ago, like from a year ago or more. And now I can't find it. But I am going to link her channel so that if you can find it, then you can get her actual recipe. All right, now I'm going to just drizzle this mixture over, just like you're making Chex Mix, drizzle it over the top. And I'm going to stick it in the oven, 200 degrees, 15 minutes, stir, 200 degrees, 15 minutes, stir. Did I put the cashews in? Yeah, I think most of them sunk to the bottom. I used some lightly salted whole cashews as well. I don't think I told you that. Okay, so I put it in a 9x13 baking pan, and there's really no room in the tub, but the only thing I'm going to heat here is this stuff. After I heat this, I'll add the last 2 ingredients, and it'll be ready. So into the oven, 200 degrees, 15 minutes. I had a roadblock. I got a cookie sheet and a muffin tin inside the oven, so I had to get a pot holder and get those out, and then put the other stuff in. So that's screaming hot, and hopefully nobody come by. Nobody's home but me right now. Alrighty then. So it's out of the oven. It's I did try a piece of cereal and it's wonderful. It's just a tiniest hint of the pumpkin spice, but enough that you can tell what you're going for here. So again, it's got the cereals, the salty pretzels, and the cashews, and I think that was it. And then, you know, the butter and the spices. So it's not cool yet, but it's getting there. And so I put it up on top of this so that it wouldn't be on the, I thought it would cool faster, maybe not. When it's completely cool, I'm going to add chocolate, just M&Ms, you know, in Halloween colors, and then some of this. And then I decided to go ahead and put some of the candied pretzels in. This is white chocolate pretzels. So I will bring you back when it's cool enough, and I'll put it back in the bowl when it's cool enough because I can't hardly stir it. It's too full. Okay, in order to cool them down a little bit quicker, I put half in the bowl and it's already cool. And this part is still just a tiniest bit warm, but not hot at all. So I'm going to put the additions into this, and then I'll add this into it next. So candy corn and dark brown, almost black M&Ms and orange M&Ms will go in. And just a few of the white chocolate pretzels. And I'll give it a stir and we'll see how it looks. This smells so good. It's just, I wouldn't even call it pumpkin. It just smells like what it is. And it's cinnamon and cloves and ginger and I forget the last one. There were 4, I think, different. And I put the jar away. It was called pumpkin spice, but there's no pumpkin in it. Here is the final product. It smells good, and I had that one piece of cereal and it tastes good to me. It has just a slight sweet to go with the salty pretzels and the salty cashews. The sweet and salt is so good together. And you know, like I said, the M&Ms, the chocolate pretzels, the regular pretzels, you can see it. You heard. And here it is in a little bowl, like a self-serve, you know, like if somebody wanted to have a bowl. I just wanted to use this pretty oven mitt that I got from Daphne at my Mountain Home and Kitchen. Anyway, I don't want to steal her thunder. So if you want, and you feel like you want, and I would want, go and see her. It's Brown-Eyed Susan. It's at In the Kitchen with Brown-Eyed Susan. Okay, I'm going to link her in my description so that I don't steal her thunder. I don't want to do that when I, didn't think of it myself. She pushed me in the right direction. And I did, for the longest time, I could not find that recipe again, so I was winging it. But I did come up with it again, and I don't want you to have to wing it like I did. She did some different stuff in hers than I did, but I'm sure, you know, this is fine for my family, and I'm happy with it. So, I'm going to let you go. I appreciate you watching, and have a good October day. It'll be Friday when you see this haul and a recipe.